Hi, I'm Shennen. I'm a co-owner of photography here at the Pepper June Wedding Co. And I figured this would be a great opportunity to document our experience as we're about to take part in the One Fine Day wedding fair here in Sydney. This whole planning and preparation has been in the making for the last 6 months. And yeah, I thought it would be a great opportunity to document this whole experience now that it's all officially happening. We took a few time lapses today of the actual packing, I guess, stage of the day, but we didn't take too much just because there was a lot of us just standing around trying to figure out what we're going to do placement wise. But yeah, watch on if you're a couple who just want to get to know more about us and our daily, not so daily, but things that we get up to outside of weddings, or even if you're just a wedding vendor and you've thought about being a part of One Fine Day and just not too sure if it's going to be your thing, well, watch on because yeah, I'm going to try and document and share as much of the experience as I can without trying to be too awkward, so strap in.
And let's start off the awkward vibes with an awkward voiceover. So I had to do these time lapses on the day very haphazardly on my phone. You can tell by the terrible angle, and we were stressed out of our brains, so I just didn't set up the camera for these time lapses. So sorry about the quality change. Yeah, time to get started. So here's our test lineup of our audio guest books, and I just feel like they're also really cute with their colors. But yeah, just figuring a few things out before we get there. But first up on the list, we've actually got to input a custom greeting on our phone. So let's do that, I guess.
You've got a script. Okay, yeah.
So
okay.
Welcome to our wedding is when we'll pick it up.
So you're saying it.
We'll say it together. So together we'll say, welcome to our wedding.
Okay.
I'll say, it's Winnie.
You do you. I don't want to like stifle your creativity.
Winnie here and Wally. And leave us a message.
Who's saying leave us a message?
Both of us together.
Okay, but we say our names individually.
We'll say our names individually.
Okay,
Yeah. I explained that really bad.
Welcome to our wedding.
It's Winnie here.
And Wally.
And leave us a message. First take. Oh God.
And Wally.
Winnie and Wally.
I'm surprised we got through that, to be honest.
Me too.
Alright, continuing on with the terrible phone time lapses, we didn't really film much of the actual packing everything into the cars, so this is just a brief time lapse of us packing some of the things like the neon sign and the albums, which I actually packed away without realizing or remembering that Russ had an evening consultation that night and the couple were keen to see the albums, but alas, I packed them away. But it all worked out in the end. They came to One Fine Day and got to see the albums there on the day anyway. So actual bump in day was a very early start for us. The sun hadn't even risen yet, but there was traffic, typical Sydney. But the colours of the sky made up for it until I got stuck behind this thing. Some before footage of the venue before everyone else bumped in, which was really cool to see from start to finish. And there goes Russell bumping in the first car. How cute is this? First one's in.
Okay, so we just finished loading everything that's left over at the office into the last London cab and into my car. I've got a whole TV in the back there of my Mini Cooper. So good effort. Now we're racing back to Carriage Works, the venue, and complete the rest of our bump in, and then we'll start setting up. Steph is here.
Hello.
Little update is that Winston actually just arrived, and there's all of our hired furniture, our false walls. Steph has been bumping in her flowers, which she will be putting together soon. Can't wait to see how this all looks. Might be time for a time lapse, I think. And check out how much more action is taking place inside since this morning.
Okay, continuing on with the time lapses. The first time lapse done on the actual camera. Go me. So we reverted back to our original plan with the stall layout of having the cars flank our stall on either side. Originally we wanted them grouped together, but I think how it all turned out was quite nice. So first look at the actual setup. This is the start of day one, the morning of. Our albums were laid out with swatches, and the TV we hired from our good friend DJ Dumpling, so thank you. The flowers all dressed it up nicely by Steph. You can find more of her stuff from Rosemoon Flowers. We had the booth back there and the easel in the front, which is an afterthought. We didn't have anything letting everyone know about our services, so we added that last minute. You can see the lonely empty easel there because Russell forgot to bring his iPad, but Nick saved the day. Thank you, Nick. We had the pink phone running with the very cute custom greeting that we recorded earlier, and it was quite cute seeing everyone pick up the phone and have a laugh as they listened to that. And yeah, we had the doors open to the cab so that people could jump in, have a look. But that's our stall, and we're quite proud with how everything came together. Hello, Steph. So as you can see, it was very manic and busy, but it was amazing getting to talk to each and every single person that stopped by and showed interest in what we do. And so grateful to have Steph and David helping us out on Saturday. Okay, so it's the start of day 2. We've just finished day 1 of the One Fine Day wedding fair. This is Russell. He's my business partner and the whole reason why Pepper June even exists in the first place. Yeah.
What's up?
First impressions of the first day, One Fine Day.
Firstly, I want to point out that we brought the wrong audio kit, so we're having to share a microphone, so forgive our technical oversight.
At least I didn't forget an iPad.
Fair
that was
call,
very
yeah.
crucial to our stand yesterday. Yeah, I feel like my first impression of the day was actually really fun. Had a lot more fun than I thought I would, talking to masses of crowds, introvert at heart, so having to be an extroverted person was a big coming out of my shell thing, but I had so much fun.
I think for me it was nice to just be around other vendors as well, like in the wedding community. You don't get to sort of work with this many vendors on any given day. So that was nice to sort of be part of the community as a whole. But yeah, you know, pretty busy, and similar to Shennen, it's a bit weird to actively come out of your shell and like talk what you do up.
And not come off as a like very pushy salesperson too. It's not the vibe we wanted.
No, it's the One Fine Day is not about actively selling. I don't think.
all.
Yeah. I think as well, it's as much about interacting with the couples walking around as it is with the other vendors. So just getting that awareness out about what we're doing, you know, through both of those channels. And you know, you'd probably find that there's a lot of couples who are in the mad early stages. Like they don't have a venue, they don't have a date, they have nothing. So like, you know, we're not necessarily saying, well, you need this and this and this. It's just, you know, showing them what we do.
Yeah, these are your options.
This
is what you could have, and it's definitely a day out to get a lot of inspiration for sure. So if you're feeling super lost, this is the place to go. Speaking of getting in amongst other vendors.
Come here. Say hi.
Hi guys, how are you?
Introduce yourself.
My name is Simon from Moments Photography and Film, and these guys are our inspiration a lot of the time.
no.
These guys are legends.
You're going to say nemesis. And these guys are our nemesis.
Good luck, guys.
Thanks, mate. Bye.
See you out there. What went well?
Look, I think a lot of things did go well yesterday. We generated a lot of interest. If you were at One Fine Day, you probably would have seen that our stall was obnoxiously big.
So
like
big.
you can see probably a quarter or a fifth of our stall in the frame. So we had a big storefront. So I think, you know, it was good from a point of view where it was to have all of our things on offer. That went well.
Yeah.
Met a lot of great couples, and you know, really sort of got out there and you know, generated some interest about the brand and what we do. Had a really nice lunch.
We didn't have enough time to eat it though.
It's tasty, though.
I think as people came to our stand as well, the surprise of how many services we offered was a really nice thing to be able to like let people know you can come to us,
kind of like a one-stop shop, and you can get your photography, videography, the photo booths, the audio guest books, and the wedding cars, which you can tell now it's like a lot to get out in one breath. So having to explain to couples that, like, yeah, you're interested in these phones, which was what was getting a lot of people to stop by, because colors are definitely a eye-catching thing. So people are like, what are these? Because you don't really see the phones out there. They're a new service, and we're jumping on that trend. So once they see that, and we let them know, like, these are all the other things that we do, it was nice to see their surprise, and I guess like delight that, oh, you do everything, we can just go to you.
Yeah.
Which was really nice.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
I think in future what we would change though, I think one of the surprises or something that blindsided us was the fact that we offered so many services. It was a bit confusing when you come to the stand what exactly we do
Because
and
we're
specialise in.
Photographers first and foremost. When you come to the stand, you see two big classic cars and like a rack of phones, and I think our primary bread and butter got a bit overshadowed by the size of the rest of the things we do.
Definitely smothered.
So yeah, as two photographers, we found ourselves telling people very often we're photographers, which is quite funny.
So if we were to do it again, we'd definitely improve on the fact that we need to get our bread and butter services in the forefront a little bit better.
Yeah, I think when you come to a fair like this, you need to be able to see what it is someone does at a glance. Some stalls do that really well, some stalls do that not so well. But if you can walk past something and in 2 seconds see exactly what it is they do, I think that's a really, should be a number one goal of what you do, because it can get really busy and people are just like window shopping as much as they can. They're walking down and they're looking for the things they want. So if they can't tell that you're a suit manufacturer or a venue just by looking at you from afar, that's something that you should probably look at.
Yeah, so off the back of that, would we do it again? I think so. I had
so.
a really fun time.
It's funny because I've only ever been to one wedding fair before this, and it was before I was even married. And then it's been like 7 years, and now we've come here, and like I thought we were just going to do it once, honestly. But yeah, it's been a really fun process. I think we would do it again. We'll find out a more definitive answer over the next few weeks as inquiries start to come in faster and from the fair, and we can actually see what sort of interest it genuinely did generate. I don't think you should come here planning to book out your entire year, and we certainly didn't. We just came here to raise brand awareness. And I think we've done that. But obviously you want to generate some revenue as well from it, so we'll figure that part out over the next few weeks and decide from there.
And to be honest, it's probably going to take like a few months for us to really see, because a lot of the couples here, like it's July 2023 right now, and a lot of couples were meeting, their weddings were like in 2025, still unconfirmed date. So it's still going to take like a few months for us to really see the traction.
Should other people do it?
I think it's definitely a really good opportunity to get out there and meet people as well, like not just the couples, but making friends and connections in the industry. It's so valuable.
I think you should do it, but I think you should come in with a really good formulated plan, and understand that you're going to have to spend money to look as good as all the other vendors. Because if you come here and you walk around, all of the stalls, not all of them, but 95% of them look just top tier. And so you need to compete with that. So if you are doing one fine day or any wedding fair, you're going to notice that things cost money. Like this wall behind us, I could have made it 5 times for the rental fee.
Yes.
But, so you tend to shy away from spending money. But understand that if you do it, you're going to have to spend a bit of money on like furniture rental and things like that to really look the level that you want to, come across to your potential clients. So you should do it, I think, but come in here with a realistic expectation, and come in here just knowing that your goal, I guess, in the short term should probably be, break even, book as many jobs as you can and pay for the stall itself, but understand that it's probably more about brand awareness than about actively selling to couples.
And if you're a couple, should you come? And I think 100% yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We've seen people like who are super early on like booking 2025 weddings, or people that are booking their weddings like in 2 months' time. There's not much in between, which is weird.
Yes.
So yeah, you can come here and there's really great venues and vendors and everything, and you can come here and book an entire wedding really, or sort all your vendors out, or you can fill in the gaps and things like that. And I think also like for the cost of the tickets, I would say almost every vendor is offering a deal.
Yeah.
We're offering 10% off, and if you booked all our stuff, that's like can be $2,000 discount. So you definitely save money if you come here. Scan. Everyone has these scanners. Scan those, and almost everyone's giving away something as well.
Yeah.
So I definitely think you should come if you're planning a wedding.
Yeah. And it's not just small vendors here either. Like there are venues here as well.
Yeah, and good venues too.
Yeah.
Like top tier venues.
Okay, it is Monday. The One Fine Day is all wrapped up, finished. We still have all of our stuff in the London cabs that tomorrow we're going to empty and bring everything back into the office. As you can see, we're still missing our coffee table and a few other bits from the office, like our neon sign isn't on the wall at the moment. But what an experience. We're so grateful for how everything panned out, and for what it was being our first time. I couldn't have hoped for it to be any better than what it was. It was just Russell and I on the Sunday, manning our booth, so come bump out, it was just the two of us. I did remember to do the time lapse of us bumping out, but yeah, otherwise the rest of the Sunday I didn't take too much more content since it was just the two of us. So if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. I know we're not the most natural in front of the camera. It's not our natural habitat, but we're trying. So thank you for sticking out to the end if you have. And I hope we can make more content like this soon, so you can see more of the behind the scenes of what we do each day. If there's specific content that you're interested in seeing more when it comes to our process and how we go about doing what we do, whether it's on a weekly, daily basis, when we go out on weddings, yeah, let us know, because we're keen to create more content. But nonetheless, thank you so very much. And yeah, till next time. I don't know how to end videos, so thanks for being here. Bye. Outro vibes.